Walter, Suzanne, hey guys, namaste, welcome to Instagram. Hello, Linda. Hey, Jenny, how's things? Good evening, Fiona. Lovely to see you. Wow, Amanda. Lovely to see you. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another Thursday meditation. As if we're not getting enough of it already in Conscious Mornings, right? Hello, Nadia. Hey, Vero. Lovely to see you. How are you guys doing? All right, let's get settled. Today, it's a lovely spring day. Lovely spring day here as well, Linda. I'm so happy to hear sunshine. The sap is rising. The birds are singing. Hello, Daniela. It's great to see you. Welcome, everybody, to this little virtual sanctuary of ours. Hello, Maggie. Whoa, we're all piling in today. Great to see you all. Okay, so let's take a moment to relax, settle into the present moment. Good evening, Micah. Lovely to see you. Deep breath. Let go of the day. No more thoughts about it. Invite your mind to clear. Yeah, the intention, energy follows intention. It's amazing how that can just, release ourselves from stories, thoughts, stuff. Relax the body in a breath. Breathing in, letting go. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit before we start doing the meditation, but start meditating now. So listening meditation. Because the theme I'm going to share with you is about freedom. Ultimate freedom. What is freedom? Yeah, what is freedom? It's a big topic right now, right? You know, with some of our liberties seemingly to be threatened. So of course there's external freedom, having the money to live a life that we enjoy, freedom of movement, freedom of expression, being able to be free. Right? But the freedom I'm talking about is an inner freedom. And it's always impressed me and amazed me when I read about people's stories, like Nelson Mandela, for example, who was in jail for like 20, 30 years, yet he never complained and he found inner freedom. And so many stories of prisoners who are in a cage and yet they experience inner freedom. So today we're going to look a little bit more deeply into what that means. What does it mean to be free? So for me, it means a freedom from suffering. Okay, and what do I mean by suffering? Okay, I don't mean pain or, being in physical discomfort. That's simply pain. But what I've found is that whenever there's a resistance to reality, whenever the mind comes in with a judgment, a complaint, a resistance, a criticism, that says, no, this is not right, and doesn't agree with what the reality is, it creates an emotion. It can be fear, anxiety, anger, discomfort in some way that creates an inner suffering. So that suffering I'm talking about is that emotional reaction to a situation that simply is what it is. So to give you a simple example, you get to the airport and you've got a queue of 20 people. And suddenly there's an announcement, your flight's been cancelled. And if you watch, everybody's going to react a little bit differently. Yeah. Some people will get angry. Some people will make a face. Other people will accept it. They'll start taking action. They'll respond to the situation. It's just an example. But the point to understand is the emotional reaction. That when you react to something, just unconsciously or in a way to resist what is, then suffering arises. And why does suffering arise? Why do we react in that way? And it's really the ego, our conditioning. Our conditioned mind is designed to avoid pain and to seek pleasure. So whenever our security, or whenever if we feel we're going to lose something, if we're threatened by something, then hostility, anger, defense mechanisms can kick in. And the suffering arises because those reactions are very simply unobserved. So how do we release ourselves from suffering and move into a space of freedom? Well, you can probably guess. By being grounded, present, and open. Okay. So here we go again. It all comes back to that. But when we have some understanding wrapped around what we're doing and why we're doing it, then the reason I'm sharing this now is to encourage you to really deepen your commitment to the practice. Sometimes we can hear things again and again, and it's like, oh yeah, the heart meditation, oh yeah, grounded, present, and open, and yeah, I do that sometimes. You know, when I hear that, when people tell me I meditate sometimes, that's not enough. Yeah, quite simply, it's not enough. Repetition is the mother of skills. Yeah. In order to become really practiced, to really experience real freedom, real inner freedom, there needs to be that real drive, that daily commitment, that hourly commitment in every breath, so that it becomes part of our nature. Because it is our nature. It's unnatural to react from the conditioned mind. That's something we learn when we're kids. Yeah? Or through experiences and situations as we grow older, we develop coping mechanisms in order to survive, in order to feel good, to avoid that what is painful and discomfort. We design defense mechanisms not to feel that, to resist it, because I want to feel pleasure. And then we do all kinds of things, whatever we can, in order to stay in a place of comfort. So this is the polarity of the mind, of the ego, constantly running away from the pain to try and experience pleasure. But that resistance, that complaining, criticizing, fighting against what is real, creates the suffering we're trying to avoid. So the way to transcend that is through the present moment, because you only know who you are, what you are, in the here and now. It's not a memory, it's not a projection, it's simply a direct experience of this moment. And holding the commitment, making that commitment to yourself, because I want to have an amazing life. I want to experience that freedom. And it's not even the wanting part, we shouldn't really say want. To recognize I am that freedom, I am that spaciousness within. My truth is alive here and now. This is real freedom, to connect with that. And it doesn't matter where you are, if you're in a cage, in your room at home, sitting in a bus, you are there all the time. And the qualities of you is that state of being. So it's learning to shift your state, to make that choice. So when emotions arise that are anxious, fearful, concerned, and they may well have the greatest justification, but when you look at it, when you observe it from a place of awareness. That I am angry because of. I am anxious because of. Yeah. I am afraid because of something on the outside. So when you bring that awareness, your presence, and embrace that emotion, then it gives you the opportunity to go a little deeper than simply reacting. And to acknowledge the emotion, to connect with it, to feel it, but to see that as a challenge, as a doorway into something deeper. Real freedom. Being present, relaxed, open, connected to yourself without all the emotional, mental reactions that create the suffering we're trying to move away from. Directly accessing your inner resources to simply be. And this is a beautiful state. Yeah, this is realizing yourself, Satori, Nirvana, being conscious. So making that commitment, this is how I want to live every second of every day of my life. Because by holding that commitment, making that intention, then you will make the connection. Yeah. So the commitment, what am I committed to? Intention, my intention to awaken, to be connected to my source, my center, freedom, spaciousness, peacefulness, a sense of satisfaction, being connected. That has nothing to do with whatsoever is going on television, out in your streets. It's you. It's your natural self. It's your birthright. Embrace it. Go for it every day. So don't do a meditation and then do something else. Become completely in that state. Make a commitment to really thrive there. Be present. So the grounding part. Very simply, in one breath, you can breathe in, conscious breath, filling your body with energy, aliveness, giving your whole being a sense of purpose. It's an energy, it's a feeling. It doesn't have to be towards something, simply the purpose, the intent to be here. Filling every cell of your body with energy, and as you breathe out, this release, this letting go. And in that moment, in that relaxation, there's an acceptance, there's a spaciousness, connecting directly with whatsoever is alive in you in this moment. And relaxing with that, observing it. It's very difficult for emotions to create suffering when you observe them. They're just emotions. So there's the observer of the emotion. And then when an emotion starts to become observed, it doesn't create so much thought because you're feeling it. You're simply feeling. So being grounded, relaxed, present. And being open is vulnerable. You're allowing the feelings to be there. But there's a feeling of being a little bit more expansive. There's a sense of non-judgment. So you're not getting sucked into thinking about things in a negative way. You're not creating a story around the feeling. You're not buying into a reaction to the situation. You're simply, okay, this is the reality of this moment. This is what's happening. and being present with it. Simply being present with it. And from the feeling of being grounded, relaxed, open and present, there's a strength, there's an energy that arises from that. It's a feeling you get when you meet somebody that's just like boom. They're not spaced out, they're not thinking about something else. They're right here in the room with you. They have a charisma, a power. And you have that, you are that. It's simply making the commitment to return your attention back to the here and now. Relax the body. Bring your attention to your breath. Connect to your senses. Be open and relax there. Relax there. So in this moment, it's very likely there's nothing intense going on for you in terms that your safety is under threat, or so take this moment to practice that. Simply feeling here and now. You can have your eyes open or closed, but checking in, going through the body, relaxing, merging. It's almost like this letting go feeling when you slip into a hot bath. Letting the troubles, the concerns, just float off for a moment. So without past, without future, right here and now, feeling the sense of you, without all that baggage, giving space and feeling the strength that comes from simply being here and now. The energy that arises when it's released from thinking. There's a quiet joy there as well. It's nourishing. It's energizing. So whenever your mind comes in, just make that commitment. I'm not interested right now. Take a conscious breath, that beautiful feeling of drawing energy in, letting go. Listening to sounds. Maybe there's some birds in the garden. And sensing the temperature in the room. Inviting your body to relax a little bit more. Feeling the chair, the ground, the earth. Inviting a moment of peace to arise. Your natural peace. A feeling of easiness. You release yourself from thoughts. It's like being released from a dream. The reality of this moment is the reality of this moment. As soon as the mind starts to complain about it, it creates a dis-ease. Connect with the moment as it is. Feelings, body, breath, your senses, and observe. Rest in the part of you that is aware. That is who you are. This is your truth. Emotions come and go. Thoughts come and go. But this feeling of consciousness is constant. That's what is real. And that's what real freedom is. Being rooted there. Grounded, present, and open. Rest there. Just for a few more breaths, stay with that commitment to be present. And notice how it feels. Okay, so make your commitment. I'm not going to suffer. Your commitment to being real, to being free. Yeah. And every day, every time you remember, grounded, present, open, remind yourself, I'm committed to awakening, to connecting to myself, to having an amazing life. Okay. So thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Amanda, Annalise. Thank you, Maggie. You guys have a great day. We're all practiced yogis now. Mystics. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I love this space too. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, Fiona. I'm addicted. Well, this is a great addiction. I'm so happy. Thank you, Walter. Have a nice evening, Anne. Thank you, Vero, Fia. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Mia. Wow, lots of lovely messages. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda, Daniela. Spring is coming indeed. Enjoy. Okay, have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in this virtual sanctuary, and I will see you the next time. So much love. Take care.